Coach, a W is a W. They're all professional players, even on the Jets.
They are, and I wanted to be more excited than I was after watching that game.
Because they're your pick, too.
Yeah, they are my pick as well. And playing against Cleveland, I understood them struggling offensively. Cleveland's really good defensively. Lamar had the injury designation. Things weren't lining up perfectly for the offense. And I thought, okay, if they're explosive against the Browns, then they're really back. And then I thought, okay, now we've got a week. The offense has been playing together. This is going to look different against the Jets. And it didn't look different. And then we go in the first half and we're down 7-3. So there's that problem. On third down, they were 2 for 11 on third down. The red zone, that's been a problem, was a problem again. 2 for 5 in the red zone. That didn't look very good. And so collectively, you'd like to see more progress. And I'm with you. I expected him to be leading the division, and the hole they dug themselves wasn't insurmountable because of the way the Steelers are playing. It's just you want to see some more progress.
I think I know the problem, Coach. And this is a tough one. Drew, you've called the Ravens a lot of things over the years, but they're not one of the silly teams. Correct? You agree? They're not silly. They
got rid of all their games.
Well,
right.
So wait.
They are not silly.
But I would like to go to why
They're
those
not break
games
dancers.
existed to begin with. If they're not a silly team, and you're at work, like when Google is like, hey, we have all these cool things, in the office, there's a reason behind it. It's for recruitment. You know what I mean? So to get the best people and then also to get people stick around at the office longer. I think the Ravens are a mature team. I think they're a veteran team. They're not a silly team. And yet they brought all those games in the locker room. It might have been for a reason. And if you go back to the article when they were taken out, you'll read that it was a little controversial when they were taken out, where they write, from a player's perspective, the recreational activities helped break up long days not in the locker room to breathe and relax, even for a moment, from an atmosphere that demands intense daily focus. The fun stuff is gone.
This is a low blow.
I would then posit even further, Brew, that the person that needs the monotony broken the most or the tension broken the most is the person under the most pressure, Lamar. So my hypothesis is this, Chris Broussard. The toy toss that transformed the tacklers is also the toy toss that tarnished the offense.
Okay. Oh my God, no. First off, I'm not even convinced Lamar Jackson is fully healthy right now. Nothing to do with the toys, nothing to do with anything like that. The most important players on that offense are about work. They're about getting it done. That's Lamar Jackson, that's Derrick Henry, that's Mark Andrews, that's Z. Like they're about getting it done. Yes, having games and stuff like that is nice, and I'm pretty sure every single locker room has it. They all need to break up the monotony. You just talk about whatever you play ping pong. It doesn't matter what it is. That's all part of it. And a lot of times it's also you kind of linger around everyone. You linger with the boys, and you just build that chemistry. You build those relationships up right now. I mean, listen, should you feel good about the Ravens right now? I don't think necessarily, because this isn't the Baltimore Ravens team that we know them to be. This isn't the offense that we know them to be. And this offense was better before Lamar Jackson missed a couple games. And now we haven't seen it look quite right. And I don't think Lamar Jackson right now looks quite right. But to now turn it into the whole, oh, it's because they removed the toys and this and that and Lamar Jackson and the pressure and blah 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 blah. It's just absurd. That's why Derrick Henry's can't get going as much, right? That's why he can't get the run game going as much as he would want. Like really, like that's what it is. Okay? I mean, right now, the Baltimore Ravens pass block win rate is 71%. The Houston Texans, who are literally just comically, hilariously awful at running the ball, they're at 68%. You have a lot of 71s and 71s and 72s, and the rankings are different. That's because I assume it's like 71.345, and they don't give us that data, unfortunately. I mean, they should. It's not that difficult. So we'll have to just go with the rounded numbers. You know, the Cincinnati Bengals are 71%. The Arizona Cardinals are 71%. You know, teams that have been able to run the ball real well. The Indianapolis Colts, 74%. So again, it's these little percents. They do make a difference. You think just a couple percentages like don't really matter all that much, but when you look at it with a large sample size of, you know, AAT, you know, just a ton of snaps and crucial moments in games, like it ends up mattering. It ends up mattering, especially when you're talking about having big running backs like a Jonathan Taylor, like a Derrick Henry, like a Saquon Barkley, where it's like all you do is need like a little extra, that little extra, and it turns into something massive, right? It's why we see football players where it's just like if they lose just like the tiniest little bit of speed, it's like they fall off a cliff, and it's just like, well, wait a second, like I'm still really fast, I'm just ever so slightly slower, and it's like, well, that's the difference now between you catching 15 touchdowns and catching 2 touchdowns. It's the difference between you getting 1,500 yards and getting like 700 yards. Like you're talking about the tiniest margins here. And so, you know, that's a contributing factor. Lamar Jackson is also not this big running threat currently. And so now defenses are kind of, you know, understanding that as well. And to not want to just have an honest conversation about the Baltimore Ravens and just keep making jokes about, you know, the toys and even Brew with the whole theatrics of how good he feels, where he's like, you know, wearing the sunglasses and you know, having the box of toys or whatever in the robe. It's just like, I don't know, like, why can't we just have real conversations? When I was going through the clips, like I saw, obviously they talked about the Chiefs, but I already made a Chiefs video earlier today, and I'm trying to get the other teams involved now. And you know, the one section that I saw where I just hear Nick Wright start being, and Travis Kelce, the greatest tight end in the history of the world, and he's got like all the banners dropped, and I'm just like, what are you even talking about right now? You know, like, he has the thing with Mahomes, if you go for the crown, best not miss or whatever, like, and the whole tackle that turned the tide, and I'm just like, this is what are we talking about here? And then the Eagles, the conclusion from that game is that the Eagles don't trust Jalen Hurts, and it's like, okay, sure. And then now this is like, oh, the Baltimore Ravens offense is in trouble because of the toys, and Lamar Jackson's under a lot of pressure. And it's just like, okay, sure, that's right. Yep, you got it, you nailed it. Perfect, got it. That's what it is. The Eagles don't trust Jalen Hurts. The Kansas City Chiefs had the greatest tight end to ever walk the face of the earth, and the tackle that turned the tide. And the Baltimore Ravens are, you know, not as potent as we know them to be, because they removed the toys. Got it. Perfect. Done. Game, set, match analysis over. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. It's just, I don't know. I mean, this is the whole thing, right? Before and after the toys, you know, T7, the toys, whatever. It's like, oh, see, look how low everything is right now. It has nothing to do with him being banged up. And you know, nothing to do with any of that, right? I mean, this is what we're getting, and Lamar in particular, pre-T7 and post-T7. So is it possible that unless we bring back Papa Shot, we're not getting that explosive Ravens offense? Is it? You tell me. You guys tell me. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single comment. It's whether you agree with me or disagree with me. Either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here, and absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much.